Hello, welcome to my shop, the Dan Jam shop here, Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. I am demoing my Dan Jam rack mount switcher, as well as the hybrid. This is a hybrid JBL speaker with Black Widow frame, magnet, and voice coil. Things that I make here in my shop myself. So couple things for those curious about miking a JBL in the style of Jerry Garcia. You want it about about an inch directly in front of the edge of the voice coil. Or I'm sorry, the dust cap, which covers the voice coil. That's where you'll get your best tone. It'll be not too tinny. If you mic right on the dust cap, you're going to get the beam of treble. If you mic it on the cone, it's going to be pretty woofy and low end. So I find the best spot is right there, about an inch away. Moving on. So this unit right here is the rack switcher brains. Right now I have a guitar that is set up with OBEL onboard effects loop. And what that means is your signal coming from the pickups to your tone pot and the switch, the selector switch, goes full volume out of your guitar through a buffer preferably and into your effects. So what that does is your effects sees 100% volume no matter what your volume on your guitar is set at. That way your effects see the same signal regardless of your volume on the guitar. Now your tone will impact the way your effects shape your sound, but after your effects, it goes back out of this OBEL cable, the stereo tip ring sleeve, back into your guitar, and that's where you have your volume control. From there, you have an output of your guitar through a tip sleeve, unbalanced cable. In this case, it's going back into my brains, which serves as a junction box. Some of you might have a hubbub or something similar. So it just goes literally just a quick jumper and then up into the amp. For those who don't have an OBEL cable, my rack mount switcher has a toggle effect, what that does is converts this OBEL jack, which is stereo tip ring sleeve, into just a regular input. So your regular guitar cable goes right in here. This becomes your output. So you would plug from here to your amplifier. That would be for standard non-OBEL equipped guitars. In this case, for the demo, my guitar is OBEL, so I'm just going to turn OBEL on. So this cable here is a 5-pin MIDI cable, which comes with my rack unit. And what that does is communicates with a MIDI pedal on the floor, which in turn turns on or off each pedal in the chain. So typical pedal boards, guitar players have your guitar going into one and they're daisy chained. This pedal connects to this one, this connects, and on down the line, which really is not great for noise, for tone suck as they call it. What my switcher does is enables from your signal here to the output, it enables you to select just one pedal at a time, or as many as you want, to be put into that signal chain between the in and the out. And it avoids all those daisy chains of pedals being on or off, regardless. You're not losing the suckage of tone where you would have, in a standard pedal board. So with that being said, this is a customer's rack that I did. I put the rack together, built the switcher. This was a Qtron, EHX Qtron from the 90s. They're big and bulky. What I did was shrunk it into a small enclosure. I modded one of the resistor values. I added a volume control in the back. And now you have, a pedal that allows you to have other pedals here in your board. So I'm just going to do a little demo for you, and we'll go from there. Get the camera back onto the stand. And what's nice about a sliding rack is you're playing a gig, uh-oh, I don't like the way this delay is happening. I can easily grab it with my finger. I don't have to bend down to the floor to make any adjustments. It's all right here at my fingertips. So now I have activated the Qtron. For you Jerry people, the setting that you would want on your Qtron would be a low pass, which is right here, low pass. You have high and low, which low is what I prefer. Here's high. It's a little quacky. Low is the range we want. I have my peak, maybe there's down all the way, there's up all the way, so slightly below half. Gain, you can see, is maybe a third or so. On the side there are a boost, which I have disabled. Adds a little bit more gain. And then your drive is the up and down. So if you wanted dancing in the streets, you want the reverse. But typically you'd want it, forward. Moving on, we have a super octave. So once again, everything's controlled from this MIDI pedal on the floor. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's hard, yeah, okay. So literally it just turns on or off from these buttons. These LEDs, not a big deal, but you can customize the colors. I have mine colored, to the same way my effects pedals are, so it just kind of gives me an extra idea of which pedal I'm selecting. If I wanted this tube screamer, I would maybe make this LED green on the floor, for instance. So there's your octave. You got your phaser, channel 3. So yeah, the goal is to have all of your pedals on all the time, power-wise. And then you just select from the pedal, you select that into your chain of signal flow between the input and the output. You got your MXR Distortion Plus. I've never actually played through a script one, a vintage one. This is a newer style, but I think it sounds good either way. It's that. know that wasn't right. Great sounding tube screamers next. We got tube screamer, got turbo overdrive. EQ, delay. So anyways, that's what you're looking at. The back of the unit, I'll show you real quick. Let me put the guitar down. Mute on my tuner. These rack tuners, by the way, are great. These Korg pitch black. Love the mute button there. It has a cable checker, which I haven't personally used yet, but it's nice, you know, if you think you have a bad cable, that's a great way to find out for sure. And let me get the camera off of the stand. And the back side, it's a little dark, but in the first couple models I made, each channel had 4 inputs. You have in, send, which goes to your pedal, return from the pedal, and an out, which most people don't really need. So any new models will just have a send and return, you know, one pair per each pedal. Anyways, I appreciate you all for watching my videos. If you have any questions, you want me to do any work for you, please reach out. Thank you. Bye.